that was the penultimate song on the album. We're nearly there. It's nearly the end. And Andy nearly never made it back because he was faffing around. So I had to do an extended end of Cigarette.
Oh, did you? That's interesting.
I did. I didn't really know what I was doing, but I just carried on. So I'll take last questions really before I bid you adieu.
Last questions from the floor.
Yes. What might they be?
Let's see. Which is the most difficult album to play in its entirety?
I don't know. None of them are difficult. No, they're all fun. I suppose going back to Dear Frustrated Superstar was difficult because I hadn't played a lot of their songs for a long time. But no, I enjoy playing them all really. I think over the years, because I've done a lot of solo shows, everybody's used to hearing them in their most naked form, so I don't feel like I have to replicate albums. But having said that, Union Chapel last year was a chance to replicate the album versions and give you the full Technicolor version. So, you know, I think in terms of all of you and my hardcore fan base, you are very accommodating and you don't come to gigs and go, oh, it doesn't sound like the record. You're all quite, you know, open to interpretation, and you're all very willing to listen to the music, and you go for the songs, I think. I never really understand that. It doesn't sound like the record. Why don't we just stay at home and put the record on then? Don't come to a gig. It's a totally different experience. There are times when you want to put on the whole shebang, but you know, there are times you just want to hear it in its rawest form.
What's your favourite song from any of your albums, including the new album?
Oh my God! It's the hardest question ever. Can I have a tie?
You can have a tie.
You're killing me.
I don't know that song of yours.
No, it's not that. It's not. I don't have a song called "You're Killing Me." Maybe I should write one. It's a super hard tie. I'm gonna go for a tie between Idaho, which is on Fires, and Grace, which is on the new album.
Good choice.
Those songs mean so much to me. Yeah, they mean a lot to me, both those songs.
It's Maggie running you around.
Yes, it's Maggie. Audrey's at home, being sulky and old.
Why the rabbit costume?
Why not? It was the year of... Yeah, why not? I should really have done it this year, because this is the year of the rabbit.
Is it? Who was Grace about?
Grace is about my sister, my kid sister. It's about the two of us, while we were both falling apart. It's like, she was asking me for advice, and I'm like, I don't know, I'm fucked up. Why are you asking me? What do I know? Let's try and not both fall off a ledge together.
There's lots of questions. When are you coming back to Edinburgh? When are you coming back to Ireland?
I'm not coming to Edinburgh on tour in the autumn, but I'm going to Glasgow. I know they're not the same, but it is Scotland. I will probably do a lot more extensive touring next year, but I've just wanted to curtail the touring while my boy is still quite small. I don't really want to be away from home. But by the same token, I don't want to drag a small child around on tour, so that's about as much touring as I think he can take at the moment, because he'll come with me. And then in the new year, he'll be a bit more able to cope with me, either being away for more than a couple of days or coming with me.
What chart position do you hope You of the Wolf will hit on Monday? You won't get a chart position on Monday, but following Sunday.
Number 1. number one. Maybe in a parallel universe.
Well, there's 200 or so, well, a bit less, 180 odd people in here at the moment.
Yeah, if you all went and bought 100 copies.
They all went and bought 10 copies.
Yeah, if all of you went and bought 10 copies.
That wouldn't get you to number one.
That wouldn't get me to number one. No. No. Sorry.
What else? Oh my god, there's so many now.
But I mean, you know, it is going to be Christmas soon, in 6 months. So, I mean, you could just like do all your Christmas shopping now, you know, and buy all your family a copy of Year of the Wolf. Get me to number one.
Wow, Jez has already bought 3 copies.
Oh, bless you.
It's amazing.
Is that Jez who went to Jersey?
Jez met, yeah.
Yeah, did he like it? I think we've already tweeted about this, but did he enjoy it?
Did Jez enjoy Jersey?
Yes.
Jez says it's the best place he's ever been to, ever.
Cool.
He hasn't responded yet, but I'm doing my bit for the Jersey Tourism Board. Yes, yep, love Jersey.
Oh, good.
Loved it.
Glad.
Okay, final question, because it's on The Graduate. What singles would you have liked to release from The Graduate?
Well, the 2 that were, but I'd like to have released Human as a 3rd single. But basically, by the time it came around to releasing a 3rd single, I was touring and knew I was going to make another album with Universal, and it just seemed like putting more of my money down the drain to keep paying the team to promote the album, because it was my own money. So I would have had to have kept on radio, telly, press, pluggers for another cycle of a single, so at least 2 months. And if you say roughly you pay each section of your team, what, about 1,500 quid each per team? It really depends on what thing it is and what they're doing. You could be looking at running costs for a campaign of £10,000 a month to promote a single. So if you imagine an album campaign, and this is without adverts, this is just like the staffing levels, if I had fully promoted The Graduate, I would not have seen change from £100,000. So it was just not financially viable. You know, there was a certain amount of sense that had to be involved. I basically used all my Everybody's Gone to War royalties and ploughed it into the album. Probably not very sensible. But you know, just wanted to make another record. Probably use all my Kylie money to make my 5th album or something silly. All my Kylie money, any Kylie money, if I ever see any. I do think that people are under this impression that if you have a song on the radio once, even if it was at 2 AM on, you know, Buttfuck Nowhere radio, that you're loaded. No, I hate to burst your bubble, everybody, but, you know, it's not like that. Any more questions?
Well, there's loads more
Andrew's
questions.
nodding his head.
There's nodding.
Yeah.
There's loads more questions.
Shall I take a few more?
You want to take some more? Favourite
Yeah.
Beatles song, Nerina?
In My Life.
One of mine. See, favourite Bowie song. That's from Geely.
Letter to Hermione. The hand that writes this letter sweeps the pillow clean. I keep meaning to cover it, but it's such an amazing song, I wouldn't do it justice.
Favourite Mick Hucknall song?
I love Mick Hucknall. Can I just say, I really love Simply Red. I really genuinely do. I mean that without any irony. First album's brilliant, and so the second album actually. I love A New Flame. I fucking loved that when I was 13. I used to play that record all the time. In fact, I can remember going on a school trip to Dorchester, and it was pissing down with rain, and I'd made myself a floral skirt. Does anybody remember Liberty Fabrics and Laura Ashley in the 80s? It was the 80s, wasn't it? It was 88 or something. And I made myself a floral skirt, and I bought a jumper from Next, and I can remember sitting on the school coach to somewhere called Maiden Castle, which is in Dorset. And we were going on an arts day out to Dorchester and Maiden Castle, listening to A New Flame. It's a great album. I stand by that. He's a great songwriter. He's a really good songwriter. He's just a cheeseball of a person, but great songwriter.
And favourite Joe McCaldry song?
Real late starter.
There's a million different bands now, but I'm gonna.
Any other questions?
It's just all about your favourite songs. There's a lot. People asking me different songs.